but passionate Eldolites who yield for knowledge of the dynamics in their home state and who are committed to a stable security order and socio-economic development of our dear states. You have, with due respect, confirmed by your passion and the focus of this convention that though you may be far away from home in body, your thoughts and spirit is right here with us back home in those states. And for this, you have my respect and hearty commendation. Critical issues. I'm going to start this presentation with two axiomatic statements. There is no country without one form of security challenge or the other. Two, there is no country that can completely eradicate all forms of criminality, insecurity, and threats to our security. And therefore, security challenges and threats to security have long been part of human existence. The primary responsibility to guarantee security is similar. The socio-economic reality of our dear state is not as poor as being painted by alarmongers who demarket the state either out of ignorance or with intent to achieve undue political capital. In comparison to the recent past, it can be affirmed that the security space in Edo State is significantly stable enough to end development. The capacities of the police and other security agencies in relation to guaranteeing the security and safety of citizens and creating an enabling environment for investment to thrive remains a major challenge in the state. Secondly, and conversely, however, the strategic location of Edo State and the trademark versatility and industry of every Edo man and woman make the state a natural destination for investors, despite the security realities. In essence, the situation in Edo State both today and historically is and have been a complex atmosphere of opportunities and challenges in which, despite security threats, there exists a strong need for investment and socio-economic development. This is best coined as opportunities and challenges. Realizing this, therefore, successive governments in the state continue to invest significantly in the efforts to strengthen the operational capacity of security agencies in Edo State towards creating a stable security space for business and development opportunities. His Royal Majesty, the Oba of Benin, has also pushed for criminal justice reforms and also took the bold decision to disband all community development associations while implementing the tax collection framework in the state, all towards addressing both the security and development questions. The point to note here is this: respected ladies and gentlemen, much as citizens themselves are critical actors in the web of security and development, the most strategic driver of the process is the government. The policies, sincerity of purpose, vision, political will of every government are critical elements that define the security and development realities of any state. And this fact will continue to determine our experience in Edo State. Good governance, good security, and so on and so forth. Bad governance, bad security, good policies, great socio-economic development, poor policies, poor socio-economic development are experienced in a badly managed security environment. The question of security in Edo State. As earlier mentioned, the geolocation of Edo State, which is sandwiched between Delta, Edo, and Edo State, 3 states known for high rate of land and seaborne crimes, and internal and national factors have combined to expose the state to the following crimes and security threats. 1. Courtesy. This is a trend that is accentuated by political factors, with courtesy being patronized and granted political coverage by advanced political goals at the detriment of the public good. 2. Land dispute, in which some traditional and community leaders as well as security agencies are usually complicit. The bold step to disband the CDAs was aimed at addressing this threat on a sustainable basis. The extent to which this goal was achieved, however, remains a critical question. 3. Farmers' herders' violence, a national threat that the recently approved forest guards is projected to address at both states and national level. 4. Kidnapping, armed robbery, and other violent and highly organized crimes. 5. Cyber crimes. 6. Illegal firearms proliferation and trafficking. 7. Seaborne crimes. 8. Pipeline vandalism and illegal oil bunkering. 9. Rape and other gender-based violence. 10. Illicit drug abuse. 11. Crimes associated with youth restlessness and social vices. And 12. Politically motivated crimes. It is vital to emphasize that these crimes are pervasive due largely to the interplay of political, socio-economic, technological, traditional, legal, and national factors. They are also accentuated by the weak law enforcement and criminal justice delivery, and indeed across the state, across the country. Strengthening security for socio-economic development. To sustain the confidence of citizens and address the fears of investors, in striving to deepen the socio-economic development of Edo State, the following are critical. 1. Re-engineering of the security architecture of the state. While the parliamentary process and debate on the legalization of state and local police system continues, there is the need to urgently re-engineer the security architecture in Edo State. This should be with the goal of enhancing the capacity of the police and other law enforcement agencies, strengthening the synergy between them and upscaling their service delivery orientation. In furtherance to this, it is recalled that I once proposed the establishment of the Edo State Quick Response Squad to operate as an elitist, well-trained, motivated, and specially equipped state anti-crime framework to deal professionally with major crimes across the state. The squad will operate within the concept of the highly successful and relevant intelligence response team, which I established during my tenure as Inspector General of Police as a special anti-crime vehicle to deal with the threats of kidnapping, armed robbery, and banditry that were prevalent and are still prevalent at this time. The EQRS will be conceptualized to optimize intelligence and technology in the operations. The Edo Quick Response Squad will be a special police anti-crime patrol response unit with dedicated and well-motivated police personnel who will be exposed to specialized training, adequate logistics and firepower, and special tactics directed towards the following functions. 1. Effective and coordinated motorized patrol of the state, particularly the state capital and other crime-prone locations across the state. 2. Static guard at strategic locations, pin down points. 3. Swift and coordinated response to criminal incidents, particularly kidnapping and armed robbery scenes. 4. Deterrence of crimes through massive and visible police presence in public spaces across the state. Administratively, it was proposed that it would be under the administrative control of the state government and under the operational control of the state commissioner of police. For the purpose of its take-off, it shall be composed of one commander who shall be operationally inclined and shall not be less rank than the superintendent of police. It shall be assisted by an officer not less than the rank of a deputy superintendent of police. In addition, there shall be an initial total of 50 SPOs, senior police officers, 100 inspectors, and 500 other ranks. They will be grouped into patrol cells and pinned down cells. In consequence, the breakdown of the composition of EQROS will be as follows. 1 commander, 2 IC shall be 1, cell commander shall be 50, cell inspectors shall be 100, cell members shall be 500, support staff shall be 70, with a total of 722 staff. Now, for take-up purposes, the following logistics are proposed. Patrol vehicles equipped with communication equipment, 50. Maintenance cost availability of parts and durability to be considered in procurement process. Patrol motorcycles, 20 in number. Maintenance availability of parts, maneuverability and durability to be considered in the procurement process. Patrol rider protective kits assorted to be covered by budgetary allocation. Spare parts, patrol vehicles and motorcycles assorted to be covered by budgetary allocation. Armored vest with armored plates, 500. Armored helmets, 500. Communication equipment of various kinds. Existing communication equipment on charge to the command as substandard. Battle life of the walkie-talkies are weak and not durable. Established name in radio communication industry, durability of equipment and ease of use to be considered in the procurement process. Armored personnel carriers, 5 in number, to be used in manning the 5 exit points in the state capital and other strategic and sensitive locations, including vicinity of the governor's office and the commercial and industrial centers. They will also be deployed as cover to operatives during anti-robbery operations. Uniform equipment assorted to be covered by budgetary allocation. Arms and ammunition in the short term to be drawn from the command's current holdings. In mid-term, request to be made for additional arms and ammunition from the Force Headquarters, Force Armament Officer. In the long term, special budgetary allocation will be requested of the state government to order arms and ammunition for the squad through the Force Armament Officer. As a prerequisite for deployment of the EQROS, it will complement government spending. But one that is worth funding optimally. Consequently, the state must prioritize the funding of security operations if indeed the state is genuinely committed to attracting and retaining the confidence of investors. 4. Successive governors must manifest a strong political will, good governance, and right policies that will make criminal activities unattractive and encourage socio-economic development. 5. A security system that will evolve Edo State into a smart state police system in which the security architecture, doctrine, and practice will be governed by intelligence, technology, including CCTV coverage across the state and surveillance tools, and community policing model should be implemented. In conclusion, security in Edo State is dynamic. The approach to addressing the threats emanating therefore must also therefore be dynamic in order to restore the confidence of those in diaspora, particularly those who want to invest, and then enhance the state's social economy. This will entail overhauling the security architecture of Edo State and the conscious emplacement of policies and sets of action that will engage the citizens in the diaspora, corporate players, and other strategic stakeholders towards supporting the state government in its drive for a stable security order and development of the state. The Edo community in the diaspora, therefore, represented by the Edo National Association worldwide, in Canada and North America, will lead this process, and their passion for the state leveraged towards achieving this goal. I want to thank you for listening to me and to let you know that Dr. Solomon Arasa is the president of the Benin Consultative Forum, a forum in which I am his vice president. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yes. Respect of what the Attorney General just read, represented by representing the former Inspector General of Police, Arase. That was a beautiful one, and we pray God give them the enablement. Thank God the Deputy Governor is here to relay the whole message to His Excellency Senator Monday Okwero for funding. Edo wa amati we ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣùkú no do win now. Yeah. May God give them the strength in Jesus' name. Amen. I will use this opportunity to recognize Mohammed Sani Benchuko. That is the representative of Nigerian International Civil Aviation. Regularly, in Ageshika, we recognize your presence and we honor you for your immense contributions to this great association. I would like you to stand up so that they will know you. That is one of the highest bodies in Canada, represented by him.
Welcome, sir.
ICAO, that is the body, International Civil Aviation of Nigeria. International, sorry. So, you can see that, sir. In Ageshika, regularly. So, I will use this video to invite the chairman, special guest, Chief Asa Bonhi, to please come forward for a little speech. Domosa, we are talking.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our brothers and sisters here present this afternoon, Your Excellencies, the Executive Governor of Edo State, the deputy governors, past and present here today, and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, representatives of all the various international bodies and government agencies here today. I thank you all for finding time to honor Edo people. This is who we are. We are Edoites. We are the big heart. We are the heartbeat of Nigeria. Look at this hall. See how beautiful our women are dressed. See how handsome our elders are looking. And then look at our brothers. The entire Edo State Cabinet is here. We couldn't have asked for them like that. The first step in knowing how your child will behave when he grows older is how he respects you when they are young. This government is less than a year in office. They do recognize the economic impacts, the positive contribution of Edo people in diaspora. Hence, the governor has dispatched his entire team here today. We hope that they will not just listen, but that they will implement, and that it will not just be a one-time interface, that they will continue to collaborate with Edo people in diaspora in order to make Edo safe and better for all of us to return to. I don't think there's anybody here today who is above 50 who has left Nigeria with hope to remain in diaspora at this stage. We all have hope that with the little we can contribute, we can go home and enjoy old age. Here we are today. We have become a palliative government. We are now supplementing our government. We are now becoming Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Fire Service, and ambulance services to our various communities. Thank God we have a new government who is not only compassionate, but who cares about the people. Because if he doesn't care, the entire cabinet will not be here today. So let's pray for them that our message from here today will be well delivered, digested, and implemented. Nigerians are not asking for welfare states. We are just asking for an enabling environment for us to return back and enjoy what we have gathered around the world and share with our people. Is that not what we are asking for? Yes. No Nigeria is asking for welfare. We are asking government to be government. Yes. Because we have been privileged. To experience what governance is. We have been privileged to see what local government councils do. We have been privileged to see what states and provinces do. We can continue to do this every other year. Gather our people, eat, talk and talk and talk, and yet no action. So, I know the diaspora. Thank the governor for sending his entire cabinet here. But we will be more grateful if this is not a one-off interface. That there will be a continual collaboration. There are doctors here, qualified ones, those who did not pay to pass exams. Otherwise, they will not be practicing now. There are nurses here. That's right. There are carers here. There are engineers here. There are security experts here. There are Edo people all over the world practicing and working as police and intelligence officers. So we do not have lack of manpower. What we lack is lack of proper governance. Yes. One of us is in government. He has traveled around the world. pure Edo breed, from Edo to Japan, Japan to Canada, and now the government house. If you fail, you will all not be happy. More than anything else, he is young, vibrant, intelligent. One of the problems we have as Edo people, none of us will buy a brand new car and give it to someone who we have never seen drove before. But we find it very convenient to support people who have never worked before to govern our state, our cities. We are looking for chairman, we are looking for councillors, we are looking for the strongest organ in the university. According to you. As an Edo person, father, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, Edo, we didn't grow up in the area where you say, oh, yes, I'm here. Is this man from Edo? We are all Edo. We are all children of Oba and Benin. Mr. Governor, Edo people do not want you to speak English. We want you to lead us with compassion, love, and give us difference of government. Please, if possible, speak me, who will hear. Speak this, who will hear. We don't care about the grammar. Those who spoke grammar before, when they take us. I would rather have an administration as my governor than to have a governor with PhD that have no compassion. I know what people want from me. Those of us who were born in the 60s, who were very privileged to see Obemudia as my governor. I enjoyed free education. I took property of Bender State, mathematical set and books to school. Are we progressing? The children that were born after 1990, I feel sorry for them. But the privilege that we enjoy, they will never enjoy it again. And how come every time we gather, we think it's a jamboree to eat, take pictures, gather money and send back home. And we do not tell those in authority the truth. The truth is, those in diasporas are doing their best.
Yes.
It's accountable to the government to do their part. And if they cannot do their part, let us take be the first that will have the deputy governor resign. Because Dennis is one of us. He's my younger brother. If this government fails, everywhere I see you, I will curse you. If it's not for you, everywhere I see you, I will praise you. I'm asking for you. You say, gone are the days when you gather Edo people and come and give us money and then go home and then next convention you come again. And you pray. We want a government that is responsive. You have started well by bringing your entire cabinet to this occasion. We want you to take it to the next level by collaborating, getting us involved in your plans to bring qualitative education, qualitative healthcare to our people. We do know that the state do not have all the money, and those of us who are interested will be willing to support the state. I have very successful people who just know how the government we can trust. That is why you are looking for money to set a transition or to set up put things in place. The day we have a government we can trust, we will make money come. We will bring investment in the country. In the past 20 years, myself and the group I lead have $50 million in Lagos and the Federal Capital Territory without a penny of investment in the district. Do you know why? Nobody is willing to go to a state where the governor continuously do retribution to those who do not support them. We are one people. It doesn't matter where you come from in the two states. I went to primary school in India. I started secondary school in Benin. Some of my friends are now become brothers. Are big boys who will grow up in Benin playing football from one end. Where you come from in the state. The whole purpose of the state movement was to gather people who speak the same language to each other, to mobilize and to progress for a better future. The entire Edo belongs to Oba Benin. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. We are Edo people. So, my brothers and sisters, it is good to gather here. It is good to remember our culture. Another important thing is, if you look at the age of people here today, they are all above 40. Our children going to tolerate what we have tolerated. Will they come to where you gather and eat and dance and go home? No. So what are we going to do? We have a very rich culture that we can pass on to our children. Money, culture, and everything else. What are you teaching your children? How can we get them to be interested in our culture and the things that matter to us? Which is one of the reasons why I took this call to come here today to remind us all that our generation, those of us who are between 45 and 60, will very soon be too weak to continue to travel like this. Are your children willing to make this sacrifice? Have you given them the reasons to think that this is important? Or you just dress up and leave them at home hoping they will learn? They won't, because you have not given them reasons to. How many of your children are happy to go back to that root, that very rich culture that we inherited, that we want to pass on to them? I am guilty of this. Kindness, love, charity is why we were created. We are created for each other. But our responsibility as parents is to pass on those things to our children. Otherwise, very soon, in another 10 years, 15 years, halls like this will be empty because most of you will be too tired to do this. Let's encourage our younger one to continue to cultivate the culture of oneness. Let's beg those who have the opportunity to be Indians and Jewish by making sure every privilege and opportunity you have, you are growing, carrying our people with you. If you have a business, employ our people. If you have a position of authority, encourage our people to join. If you use one candle to light various candles, it doesn't eliminate the light of that candle. It only makes the whole place brighter. Those of you who live in Toronto now have a branching that is completely Indians. If you go to Toronto, you see Filipinos, Ethiopians. They are not half of us. What are we doing as Edo people? What are we doing as Nigerians to encourage growth, development, and oneness? That is the question you should take home from this conference. That is why it's very different. That is why we are all here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you.
Please, Mrs. Linda deserves a round of applause. Please. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate that. Chairman, God bless you for speaking everybody's mind. God bless you, sir. I see why my chairman body dey hot that time when we don't pronounce his name well. Action man. God bless you, sir. All right, please, I would like to announce the presence of one of our guests here this evening. Mr. Jude Nosaki is the director of Camp Royal Hotel. Please, wherever you are, please, let's give a round of applause for Mr. Jude. Thank you. All right, next on our list is another wonderful lady. If you use my own microphone, just listen. Yes, please, I would like to call on stage the Dr. Loretta Oduware Oboru, which is the Director General of Edo State Diaspora Agency. Now she be our mouthpiece. So she's going to be coming out, talking about leveraging our diaspora for security. Please, a round of applause, the doctor.
A round of applause for our mother. And a big round of applause for ourselves. Itwerima, Itwijima, and Irowa. Imana. I greet everybody in the house, our fathers, our mothers. I greet all of you, depending on the time zones. I want to particularly greet our Excellency, here represented by our able Deputy Governor, His Excellency, Denise Idahosa. Thank you very much. I also say my greetings to everybody on the high table, and I stand on your existing protocol. Chief Aisabo Thomas. I picked some of the words from your presentation to quickly make them the template to dive into my talk. We want a government that is responsive, not just saying the entire cabinet. Very well said, sir. Today, we do not have the entire cabinet of Edo State here, but we have a significant representation of the cabinet and His Excellency. And it is well said to say we do not just want these people, we want a responsive government. And His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpebolo, has responded to the yearnings of Edo State diaspora by oxygenating, by resuscitating what was not done in years, and bringing forth the Edo State diaspora agency. Though the law establishing this agency was in 2022, it has taken His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebolo 4 months to do what another could not do for 4 years. I believe and this is to buffer trust, continuity, and give us in the Edo State diaspora a solid and sustainable platform for engagement with the government of Edo State. So, sir, your point very well noted, and your point is being acted on. Don't, sir. Very well noted. I want to say that we are all here today, and we are all very happy. My dear compatriots at home and in Edo State, friends of Edo State inclusive, I welcome us all. Yet, my friends, as much as we celebrate, we cannot close our eyes to the reality that threatens our joy. Security, or rather, insecurity. We commend the Edo National Association Worldwide for the theme of this year's annual convention, Strategies in Crime Prevention for Socio-Economic Development in Edo State. We thank the keynote speaker, our father, Solomon Arasa, here represented by another father of ours, our Attorney General of the State, the erudite Samson Osagi, and the speech that has been given. A lot of foundation has been laid for what I have to say, and I have just to do the icing on the cake. So I thank you very much, sir. The title of my talk is Leveraging Our Edo State Diaspora for Security Infrastructure. Insecurity is a shadow that has long haunted Nigeria, and by extension, Edo State. Edo State is a part of Nigeria. We must always remember that. It is not a singular Edo State problem, but a problem that has haunted our shared nation. We might ask, how does the diaspora fit into this reality? There is a common misconception that insecurity is an issue which exists only at home and must be solved at home. In fact, the improvement of security, my brothers and sisters, is tightly intertwined with the diaspora, as we can see here today. During my short time in office thus far, which is 4 months as the Pioneer Director General of the Edo State Diaspora Agency, security infrastructure has proved to be an issue. I have heard about it over and over again. It is one of the most significant roadblocks to investing at home. Ironically, insecurity is an issue that can only be resolved through recognition and action, often triggered by the clarion calls of the diaspora's distress, as we can see from even the history of other nations. So what we are doing here today is commendable. It is unsurprising then that I will start my talk by sharing a sad story, one of distress that details the devastating effect of a lack of effective security infrastructure. Worry not, please, everyone, because following this, I will go on to share 2 good examples and experiences which highlight the change that is possible, the change that is happening, and the change that we need to push. You, me, you, and you, all of us, together with the current government of the day, so that it will become a staple, widespread, and permanent blazer of proper security architecture in Nigeria. The sad story. I had a friend who, some years ago, packed up his things in America and came home to Edo State. He had the blessing of the state government at the time, and he came to farm. Yes, to farm big style. To farm and produce and have a full production chain. That was his plan. He wanted to do things on a massive scale. One day, his farm was raided by headmen or bandits, whatever you want to call them now. He escaped with his life. Unfortunately, some of his workers down with my boss. I sat down with my boss to give him a report. A report of my engagement in Italy. And something caught his attention. It was a pie chart that caught his attention. In that pie chart, 80% out of the 350 respondents from Italy indicated that insecurity in Edo State was of great concern to them. He looked at it, my boss looked at it, and he asked me, do you see why I must work hard to flush out bandits and kidnappers and cultists? Do you see that people are even pointing abusing and saying I'm a bit too high-handed? This is the reason why there's an S at the top of my shine agenda for Edo State. And sometimes we just say the shine agenda, we don't know what it stands for. Security, health, infrastructure, natural resources, and agriculture, and of course education. The governor of Edo State and the entire governance team have put security at the very top. It is the most significant step, and we must make sure that Edo State is ready for investment. Quote ends. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the words of my boss, the man who so desperately wants to change Edo State for the children of Edo State, born and yet unborn. That is the executive governor of Edo State, His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpebholo. Here represented today by our Deputy Governor, His Excellency, Dennis Idahosa. The good experience number 2. The security of Edo State and how we as a people united at home and in the diaspora can work together to safeguard our future is paramount. Because security is the foundation of every society, as we've heard from the keynote speaker. Without the safety of lives and property, there is no sustainable development. Without security, investment withers, education falters, health systems will collapse, and every fabric of our community will begin to tear without security. I went to the Enaw dialysis and diagnostic unit. One thing Madam President kept saying, we need street lights here to enhance the security of the place. And that request has been placed before His Excellency, who is looking into it with the utmost sense of urgency. As we know, Edo State is not immune to the global challenges of insecurity as been listed by our keynote speaker. However, I want to ask you, where lies our strength and where lies our hope? Our strength lies in our people. Our strength lies in us. Our strength lies in our unity. Today I declare with conviction that one of our greatest and untapped assets is the Edo State diaspora. Across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, the sons and daughters of Edo State are excelling as innovators, as we've been told today by Chief Isaac Ohi. Experts in law enforcement, leaders in academia, strategists in military institutions, financiers of global markets and advocates in international organizations. This diaspora is not merely scattered talent. It is a reservoir of knowledge, a force of innovation, a network of influence that can be harnessed for the security and stability of our homeland. Each and every diaspora brings something new and unique to the table with a host of different networks and advantages. How can we leverage this strength? Firstly, through harmony and harmony statements, with a shared sense of purpose. Secondly, we must embrace technology transfer. Thirdly, we must include capacity building. Fourthly, we must include our third, second, first generation Edo State children. When you come to the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and you ask for the population of Edo State people, they can tell you maybe 50, but that's not true. Your children are being counted as Canadians, and that reduces the number. Your children are being counted as Britons, and and that reduces your number. And despite all of these are our strongest assets. And our governor recognizes that. And that is why we are having an Edo State diaspora policy in development that is going to give special cognizance and recognition to second, third, and fourth generation companies of diasporans. And all of that will come. It is not a dream, it is a vision within our reach. Let us be clear, it is not about charity, it is about partnerships. And I will cycle back to my second good experience and round up. On the 13th of August, 2025, a diaspora came and established diaspora estates in Enaw, Omonde local government area of Edo State. And he put a security post there. This was opened by the Commissioner of Police. That security post will serve not just that estate, but the entire community. This is the power of the diaspora and security. On the 16th, and that estate is there, is Palm Villa Estate. On the 16th of August as well, another police post was opened in Oza community. It was built by Oza sons and daughters in the diaspora. And that police post will also serve the community. The Oza festival will now be done in December by everybody feeling safe. These are just good examples, real life examples. After the rain comes the sunshine. And in conclusion, today I say, let us rise together. Let us protect our homeland. Let us bring our questions forth to our Excellency here and all of us. Let us do it with decorum and in love, and then we will be secure. God bless Edo State. God bless Senator Monday Okwewolo and the entire governance team. God bless all of us. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Loretta. That's the diaspora Patapata. A brief speech to call it. That's a beautiful one. Let me use this opportunity to invite the guests, one of our special guests, Honorable Philip Shoaibu, the Director, Edo State Sports Commission, Nigerian Sports Commission, former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Philip Shoaibu. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, Right Honorable Davis Idauza, ably representing the Executive Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okwewolo, and Her Excellency, the wife of the Deputy Governor of Edo State, the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Blessing Adubaku, the Secretary to Edo State Government, Vice Abusa, the #1 Commissioner in Edo State, Baraki, the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Right Honorable Asade, the Diaspora Director General, the Brown Terra Diaspora Director General, I congratulate you. Our chairman, Charlie, and executive of ENA, our chairman, convention chairman, my comrade, spoke like a comrade. I greet all of us. I will not be speaking to document that I have here, just for one of the time, and for time, I want to be time conscious so that I don't drop the message. I've sent the document to our mama. I call her the Odori. She's the Odori of my street in Benin. started moving block, I have to go and play with it. So it's the majority of our streets in our streets in the state. Well, I am going to be speaking to us because I need you to succeed in my new assignment as the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of National Sport Institute. The National Sport Institute is the heart of Nigerian sports. One time the heart of African sports. But today, it's the situation of the situation of Nigeria as it is today. I want to thank the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the appointment. And when I met with him, one word, I was not expecting the appointment. I was expecting an appointment, but not in the area I've been appointed. So I was given just one mandate. Say, go there, and system should be there, go there, and reform the place and bring it back to the sector of excellence that it used to be. And he gave me a story when he was governor of Lagos State, his experience in the place. And he said, go and turn it around, and not just center of excellence for sport in Nigeria, but center of excellence for sport in Africa. And I went. But when I got there, just like when I was given the assignment in the state to turn sport around, this time it was worse than what I met in Enaw that time. Because in Enaw, where I met 315 staff managing 85 players. 315 staff managing 85 players. In NIS, I met 329 staff managing over 27 million Nigerians. So you can imagine, staff are not, the staff caps. In Enaw, I met 315. I had to reduce the 315 to 18 and return sports around in Enaw. But here, I need to employ over 1,000 people to be able to turn this sport around. So you can see the heading that they have in the but the good news is that the president has the will to turn sport around. You can see that sports is currently getting its momentum. But you, where I need you, we just dealt with one issue, and one of our sons here, I won't call his name, was invited to play for under 20. And when he got to Nigeria, his passport expired. Between when they would do his passports to when FIFA deadline was, he couldn't make it to be in this under 20 FIFA World Cup. So please check your son's or your daughter's passport. It is key. Because now we are trying to get our children not to play for the countries of their births, but they should come back home. Because it's faster and easier for them to play in their own country than to play in countries that of their birth that in quote that are not their country. You see what many of our Nigerians in England, they play only one match and that is the end. Some of them, like Enaw, that have come home, you can see consistency. But what is consistent? So I am there now. We'll be trying to get your children to play for their country of birth. There's another one presently. That one is an Igbo chap. Before I came in, the father brought him home to play for Nigeria. And the Nigerian team caught up with him. That boy now is playing for the United States of America. That is not the kind of thing I encourage. You understand? So I need you to know that I am there now. As far as I'm there, your children that are taking sport as a career, please let us have them. We will give them space for them to excel in Nigeria. Because the president that we have now has said that the future of Nigeria is the youth. And we want to use sports as a model to encourage them to come home and invest and come home and live their lives to the fullest. So I need all of you to buy in, because by the grace of God, a lot of things have been done. Within 8 weeks that I've taken charge, I have a roadmap document that I already created for the National Sports Institute. And I created a platform where government money, just like in Enaw State, when we came in, government money was small. But by the time I was leaving, private sector money took over and overtook government sponsorship. That is the same thing I'm creating in NIS. Funding from government will start, private sector money will overtake government money, because sports cannot be managed by government. Government business will create a living environment, just like he said. But if you wait for government money to run sports, that sport will fail. I tried it in Enaw, I succeeded. Then insurance was almost going to capital markets before the crisis between the Obaseki started. It was almost, we already saved 495 million, waiting to get to 500 million to enlist the insurance to capital markets. And the money we got were not from government. Sales of jerseys, sponsorship deals. I was able to bring the private sector to fund the insurance, to fund the Enaw. We got to almost 300 million. And the next year we were to hit 500 million and capitalize the insurance. And why I was doing that was that as soon as the governor comes and it does not like sports, insurance will be able to run itself. We even had a drawing entity where we were going to have a vendor insurance, a grouping structure. But the point I want to make is that by the grace of God, I am there. Your children, bring them home. Bring them home, we will get them placed. When I mean sports, 37 sports, not football alone. 37 sports. All the 37 sports, by the grace of God, we are now in charge. And we will need you to join us to build. The president is key. The president is key to make sure sports is taking its rightful place. I want to join to say thank you to Enaw. For over 2 decades, I think I've attended more than 12 to 13 of your programs. Yes. I've been there. I've never missed. And I told myself, when I'm out of government, I will still continue. I thought this would have been the first I'll be attending out of government before the president appointed me. Though I already got my ticket before I got the appointment. But I'll continue to be with you because we need to encourage you. I just spoke to somebody else. I said, we need the home and the diaspora to work together to be able to do these things. The DG diaspora, I just said it, we need that collaboration. Nigerian problem, Edo problem is not in the paper, it's in the action, it's in the implementation. And we need more of that implementation. I want you to please pray for the governor of Edo State and my younger brother, Mrs. Dausa. Why they need prayers is that Obaseki started very well. But I don't know what happened. It didn't end well. Now we need to pray for Dennis and Okpeko. You know what? When they end well, Edo has ended well. The era of criticizing and not praying for our leaders, please let us stop it now. From my experience, it has shown that whether you like my face or not, for Edo's sake, let us pray for the governor, the deputy, and all the government. Because when they do well, our state will do well. If they don't do well, it's not of us that didn't do well. So by the grace of God, the governor has started very well. Our prayer now is the sustainability of this well and for it to end well. Thank you for more.
Thank you. That was Right Honorable Philip Tribal.
So that is giving back to our people at home. Talking about the dialysis center. Can you please put the finished products? I don't know bore you with all the stages that we went through. Can let us see the so that you guys can see. That is the facility.
Hurry! The Dole National Association Worldwide Enaw has done it again. The ultra-modern dialysis and diagnostic laboratory center built by Enaw will commence full operation on April 1st, 2025. Are you a patient or a caregiver? We invite you to visit us and experience the exceptional care that awaits you. Enaw Dialysis and Diagnostic Laboratory Center is well staffed with high-capacity hemodialysis machines, best for cannulation, and numerous state-of-the-art equipment to address dialysis services in the Dole State and beyond.
Enaw is a non-profit organization, and what we do is giving back to our people, not only in Benin City, we actually doing this in all 3 senatorial districts.
At Enaw Dialysis and Diagnostic Laboratory Center, our mission is to provide top national care to our state by ensuring that everyone has access to essential dialysis services in a safe and welcoming environment. Enaw Dialysis and Diagnostic Laboratory Center is located at number 1 Adela Avenue, GRA Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. We're open for services from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. For inquiries, call 081 6929 4405.
Is being generated, the expenses that we're getting is self-running itself. That is what we've done. That is what we've done. I also want to say this to him. Hopefully he will take this back to His Excellency. When we first started this, this project, we were looking at how to not just creating health access for our people, they do like. We were also trying to see how can we empower the economic in Edo State. As we speak today, we have nearly about 13, 15 people that we have employed, and we're paying them on a monthly basis. Not only that are we doing, we are literally contributing to the revenue of Edo State. On a monthly basis, we are putting back about 10 million naira on a monthly basis. And then that is also providing revenue for Edo State. I say all that to say this, that in terms of value, I believe ENAW is not just creating a mark for itself, but it's literally impacting life and creating a future that most Edo-like, most diasporans that are sitting here today can be extremely proud of. So your value, your money that came to this dialysis center is creating, changing life, transforming life, and I want to say thank you. On that note, I want you to appreciate again the engine and the horsepower of this association, Madam President. And I'm thankful. I do want to say this, like she rightly said, we do want to spread the good news. We want to spread what we're doing, not just in Edo South, what we've done. We also want to take it to Edo Central. We also want to take it to Edo North. And that's what she's showing. And for us to do that, we're going to also need some capital, some funds to make this work. We have the numbers, we are showing this. Most of us are in the US, but yet we are operating a facility that most of us are not physically there. What we did, we put controls in place. Trust, we say you can trust, but we say trust but verify. But the controls we have in place, we don't physically have to be there. We are showing and proving that things can be done differently in Edo State. And I'm hoping that, even the current government will leverage the business practice that we implemented. On that note, I do want to give the microphone to... All right, so I guess for the sake of time, we're not going to go into some extra donations, but I would say this. If you care to know what we've done, and not just, I'm telling you, don't take my word for it. if you care to see what we've done, we have a storybook and all the documentation to show you not just the revenue, the expenses, but also the margins and how we've done it and the controls we put in place to establish this sustainability. So please, I'm encouraging you, before you leave here, figure out, find a way, reach out to us to see how you can be part of this revolution. It has started. And for once and for all, we just don't say trust us, we say trust what you see, and it's verifiable upon request. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite His Excellency to the stage. He's the president of Right Honorable Dennis Idarusa. A round of applause for His Excellency. That is His Excellency, all rise to welcome His Excellency Dennis Idarusa. Thank you very much. We have a slide for you, but before the slide, please sit down. I can sit. Thank you very much. Before I will have anything to say, as a proud Benin song, I'm going to sing here because we are here for a reason, and it's very, very important we address it. Owiti ani yesi kene kono ruwo. Ojaya sile wama. Owiti ani yesi kene kono ruwo. Ojaya sile wama. Basically, what the short video synopsis of what we've done for the festival.
While we are waiting for the audio to come on, let me, Your Excellency, my dear wife, the wife of the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Her Excellency Sarati Idahosa, the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, my brother, Honorable Sheriff Agbebako. Let me also acknowledge the former Deputy Governor of Abia State. Okay, I think thank you very much.
On November 12th, history was made and hope was spared in the heart of Edo. A new dawn began. Every second, a chance to rewrite our story. Every step, an opportunity to transform dreams into reality.
My dear Edo State, you have officially given me the mandate to preside over our dear state as governor for the next 12 years.
Every moment, an opportunity to change lives, to transform dreams into reality.
The Okwebolo-led administration is ready to fulfill the campaign promises to the people of Edo State.
My aim is to come and work for Edo people. We will even build flyover on this town. We will bring water. We will bring sun our own.
Within 24 hours, Governor Okwebolo assembled a team of young, vibrant minds, ensuring Edo's transformation will begin without delay.
24 hours after his inauguration, the first thing the governor did was to hit the ground running.
We have came around like this before.
We are building a school, making sure that it is habitable for our children to learn. Children are ready to learn. They are happy. In the next few days, construction will be going on here. We are ready to go back and we'll rebuild this school.
Governor Okwebolo came into office with a clear blueprint for transformation.
Our style of governance, as we continue to tell our people during the campaigns, practical governance.
His 5-point agenda: security, healthcare.
He came up with a lot of policies and program projects. When he came on board, we were faced with a lot of courtesan groups attacking each other, and there were a lot of casualties everywhere.
Last year was very hot, man. You can't come outside like 8, 9 because of the cotton stuff. But this year, you can come outside like 9, 10. Everywhere is calm. The government has tried the father's cotton stuff.
The new governor, Senator Monday Okwebolo, don't talk, sir. The government don't give the security agencies the work to tackle courtesan for the state.
He engaged the players, the security agencies, called all of them for a security council meeting, and then also engaged some of the stakeholders, traditional rulers, community elders, and adopted certain strategies that immediately halted the court killing.
5,000 illegal firearms recovered. Tactical security operations sweeping across Edo. Security forces equipped with brand new Hilux vehicles. A state once plagued by fear now stands tall.
One of our key campaign promises was to provide affordable healthcare to Edo people.
We're going to give out 18 ultrasound machines to the 18 local governments. We're going to distribute 220 laptops and tabs to just finish completing the general hospital, just very close by, already here, to be able to decongest the problem we have in the current central hospital. Flagged up free malaria testing and treatment in the 550 hospitals in Edo State.
Malaria is a major health challenge, but are determined to eliminate it in Edo State.
Maintaining a clean and healthy Edo is a top priority for this administration. To drive this vision forward, the Governor Okwebolo-led administration has invested in advanced waste management equipment, including payloaders, trucks, and compressors, ensuring a more efficient and sustainable sanitation system across the state. This is governance in action, delivering results, not empty promises. Across primary and secondary schools, a comprehensive renovation drive is turning crumbling classrooms into safe, modern learning open spaces that inspire academic excellence for our next generation.
His Excellency made a tour of several schools and discovered that many of the schools were dilapidated and that there were no teachers in the schools.
We met a system where students still learn in classes without seats, sitting on the floor, no roof, no windows, no toilets. And His Excellency the Governor decided that we must change the narrative.
And so what he's doing now is to fill the infrastructural deficit in most of these schools by building additional classrooms.
We have started commissioning schools with windows, with good seats, roof, well fenced, even with potable water.
He has given instruction for teachers to be recruited. So over 500 teachers are going to be recruited into the public system.
After which we will also do a needs assessment that will also add more to the numbers.
Ambrose Ali University, long neglected, has received a massive boost. Subvention increased from 41 million naira to 500 million naira.
That's a laudable feat. I'm sure that even the leadership of that university is
Benin Artifact Dispute, reaffirming its commitment to Edo's rich heritage. In a profound display of respect for tradition, Governor Okpebholo ensured the full restoration of the revered Oba of Benin's statutory rights, preserving the cultural legacy of our kingdom. When soaring food prices burdened our people and farmers struggled to thrive, decisive action was taken.
In terms of agriculture, there is now a record-breaking allocation of funding to that sector. The past administration allocated 5.9 billion to the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. His Excellency the Executive Governor now is allocating 70 billion to that ministry.
Governor Okpebholo swiftly banned exploitative market unions and interest-free loan schemes, empowers more than 5,000 market women, artisans, and entrepreneurs. This is the power of practical governance transforming lives. Driven by a commitment to economic growth, Edo State's internally generated revenue has soared to 10 billion naira, the highest in our history.
We've been able to look holistically at what has been operating here, and as such we found some lapses here and there, some gaps which we plugged. Hence we're able to, for once, in the history of the state, achieve and exceed the double-digit mark. All those things, I think that's a major achievement of His Excellency,
This success reinforces the future of financial stability and sustainable growth. Under Governor Okpebholo's leadership, the Edo line has been revitalized with 100 new highest buses, redefining transportation and providing safe, reliable, and affordable travel options for residents.
What we are seeing today is a dream come true. I want to say a big thank you. I told I was so good today for the program for young people. How do you afford you up?
In a bold step towards judicial reform, this administration ensured the swearing in of 3 judges who were unjustly excluded by the previous government, reinforcing our commitment to a fair and effective legal system. Once, crumbling roads and neglected infrastructure held us back.
Some of the roads were devastated by erosion, and the past government claimed that these roads were federal roads.
How to demonstrate where the bad shape of the Benin Road is beginning to take its toll on the life of people in the area.
His Excellency the Executive Governor took a different route to say as long as Edo people are using these roads, we need to fix them with the permission and understanding and collaboration with the federal government, and went ahead to fix a lot of these roads, especially the Benin Ekoma road that has.
I believe that's it. So thank you very much for that remarkable speech. I am here to represent my principal and the Executive Governor of Edo State, distinguished Senator Monday Okwebolo. And I'm going to read the speech. But permit me to recognize the president of Edo National Association Worldwide, Madam Bose Gbefun of Yaki. Thank you very much. And the rest of the ESCO. Oba Atokbe. It is my great pleasure and honor to join you at this annual gathering of illustrious sons and daughters of Edo State in the diaspora. On behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, distinguished Senator Monday Okwebolo, and the entire state government, and the good people of Edo State, I bring you warm greetings. With a spirit of partnership, we extend our deepest appreciation to the organizers of this very important occasion. Our administration is open, receptive, and eager to collaborate with all stakeholders, both home and abroad, to take our beloved state to a greater height. We recognize that the talent, resources, ideas, and global network of Edo in diaspora are indispensable to the progress we seek. Your engagement is not just welcome, it is essential. The theme of this year's summit, Strategies in Crime Prevention for Socio-Economic Development in Edo State, could not be more relevant. We all agree that the sustainable development cannot strive where insecurity, hostility prevail. A safe and secure environment attracts investments, strengthens institutions, unlock full potential of our people. This is why maintaining security is a central pillar of this administration's development strategy. We understand that insecurity is not just a law enforcement issue. It is rooted in poverty, youth unemployment, drug abuse, social exclusion, weak infrastructure, and limited access to education and vocational training. Our response is therefore a multifaceted, combining effective law enforcement with social intervention, economic opportunities, community engagement, and sound policies. To this end, the Edo State government is pursuing a comprehensive framework that includes the following: strengthening community and intelligence-led policing, ensure that law enforcement is proactive, preventive, and responsive to local reality. Building trust between citizens and security agencies is fundamental. That is why His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, distinguished Senator Monday Okwebolo, said security will be the first among his priority. Because of that, he procured over 100 helices for the security agencies across the state. The previous government started something they call Edo State Security Corps. And when we came on board, His Excellency said he doesn't want anything that will be used for political interest, that he wants something that works. And he called the security experts within the state that are indigenous, that he wants to build a solid Edo security network. And based on that, as of today, we have over 2,000 of our people that were employed into this Edo State Security Corps. They went through a rigorous training, and at the end of the day, some quitted because they could not meet up with the minimum requirements. Based on that, we now have over 2,000 that are in Edo State Security Corps. And what they are doing is very aggressive. They are not just one of those that will stay out there in the streets. Mostly, they respond to emergency calls in their various localities. Because of this that His Excellency have done, you can see that the crime in Edo have reduced drastically. Now, His Excellency also asked the security experts of in our state, in collaboration with the security agencies, that what do you need? And they mentioned some of the technologies they need to combat crime. As we speak, His Excellency is on it, and no distant time, because security issues are not to be discussed in the public. But I want to assure you, the diaspora, which I'm also a family. I lived here in Canada, in Toronto, for nothing less than 19 years before I relocated back home. So I understand the expectations that you want from that of us that is in government. And I want to assure you, by the grace of God, with the support of our principal, that in no distant time, Edo State will be safe and secure, that all of you can come home with your good ashes. His Excellency did not end there. He also came up with so many repeal laws amended, the anti-kidnapping laws, so that the penalties will be much. He did that not just in kidnapping, also the courtesan, anti-courtesan law. And before we came on board, we were faced with all sorts of courtesan, violence here and there. And, these guys, they were almost becoming a monster, anonymous, in the streets. So HE said no, that this will not continue under his watch. As of today, go and check the records. That activities and violence has reduced to the barest minimum. Wakobo. I want to assure you that His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, said he will not rest until a situation and an institution is built because where I came from here in Canada, God forbid if anybody commits a crime to kill another individual, they will shut down the whole system until that person is brought to book. Are you the only one? His Excellency has said that will happen in Edo. If you kill anybody, we'll fish you out and you'll face justice. So that is the kind of institution we want to build, so that all of you, my prayer and wish is that all of you can come home unhurt, and your family members will be safe and secure. Amen. Based on that, I think His Excellency, we need your collaboration. If you have idea that you want to bring on board, we are open and will be willing to discuss it and implement it with you. The other thing I want to talk about, I had the privilege of meeting with some of our critical stakeholders here in Canada a few days ago. And I'm aware that in the 80s, the Benin Technical College were built by Canadians. It's because of strong collaboration between the state government and then the administration led by our leader, and may so rest in perfect peace, Samuel Ogbemudia. So it was able to attract that development to our state. My question to us, both with the government and people in the diaspora, what are you going to use with what God has given to you, your talents? What are you going to do in using that, in leveraging investment to your dear state? Because once there are industries that are running, good education institutions that are helping the youth, most of this crime that we talked about today will be reduced drastically. Every year, we do come here to talk about issues like this. But His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, is not going to play to the gallery. He has made up his mind that he's going to change the narrative for good, for the interest of Edo people. We need your collaboration. We need your support. We want you to be involved. No government can change a nation, but it's a collective responsibility of both the private sector and all the sectors collaborating with the state government. There are other areas that we are going to talk about. The second one, apart from security, is investing in youth empowerment through skill acquisition, entrepreneurship support, and job creation programs that provide real pathways to dignity and prosperity. The Honorable Commissioner for Education, Honorable Imam Padi Iyamo, will speak on the bold reform in our educational sector. So very soon I'll be calling him to come and speak. And this will not take one, we are not going to bore you. Maximum 5 minutes is going to speak on issues. Then the other one is the enhancing governance, transparency, and the rule of law. Yesterday, Vice Chair, where is it? We spoke on issue of trust. And my senior brother also talked about it. When a government that you can trust is in government, then the people will not be scared to invest in that government. I want to assure you today that Okpebholo-led administration is a government that you can trust. So talk about the reforms, the laws that were repealed and amended during his tenure, so that you would know what they are doing for interest of Edo people. The expanding infrastructure and partnership, while working with civil society and faith-based organizations to foster crime prevention and restorative initiative. The Secretary to Edo State Government, Honorable Musa Ikido, Esquire, will be speaking on that, not more than 5 minutes. But let me emphasize, none of these measures can succeed without partnership. This is where our brothers and sisters in diaspora play a critical role. We look to you for investment, technical expertise, mentorship for aspiring entrepreneurs, and access global partnership and market. We also need your support in sharing global best practices in crime prevention and community development. Edo State is ready to harness this wealth of knowledge and resources. This is a clarion call for our traditional institutions, religious leaders, community leaders, the private sector, development partners. Join us in redesigning initiatives that are not only impactful but also sustainable for our unique environment. Security and development are together. The government must create opportunities and uphold the rule of law, but community must foster social cohesion, guide our youth, speak against crime. Together, we can create a society where Edo sons and daughters can strive. Let me also reassure you of a commitment to upholding human rights and rule of law. We will continue to work closely with security agencies to ensure that enforcement is lawful, proportionate, and anchored in respect for fundamental freedom. As this summit continues, I urge us to be candid, constructive, creative, share your knowledge, propose models, identify pilot projects, craft interventions that are scalable. Let us use this platform to build a partnership that can translate into a real action plan and a measurable outcome for Edo people. In closing, let me reiterate that Edo State is open to dialogue, collaboration, and joint action. We look forward to a robust discussion to translating the ideas from these summits into practical solutions that will reduce crime, expand opportunity, and accelerate socio-economic development of our beloved state. My brothers and sisters, Edo has always been known for resilience, innovation, and unity. Together, whether at home or abroad, we will build a state where our children safely, our youth can find opportunity, and our community will flourish. I thank the organizers for convening this crucial summit, and I thank you all for your unwavering commitment to the well-being of Edo people. I wish us a fruitful deliberation and productive engagement. God bless all of you. God bless Edo State, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. For the sake of time, let me just quickly invite to the microphone the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Blessing Agbebamo, just for 2 minutes to quickly speak to us. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, Distinguished Senator Monday Ogbewolo, ably represented here by Deputy Governor Dennis Idahosa. The Governor today here is acting on a dual capacity. Let me also introduce him here today. Our Deputy Governor is also here to also stand for himself. Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Let me first of all thank you all for this function, this conference. It shows that you have Edo in your hearts. For you to put up this kind of convention, it means you want Edo to grow. And by the grace of God, we join you to make Edo grow. The house is the engine room of the state. And we have said as a house that we are going to support the governor to succeed because the state is our state. We have been talking about crime. Yes. Edo has been painted in a way that nobody wants to hear about Edo. It's not so. It's not so. It's not that bad. That is the truth. It's not that bad. Compared to other states in Nigeria, like Zamfara and the rest. Since the coming of our governor, please let me lie. Since the coming of our governor, the governor has taken the bull by the horn to say Edo must be secure. That is why the bill to repeal the bill on courtesy was brought to the house, and we did it because if that bill was repealed, all those idiots and barbarians and vandals causing problems in Edo State, they have all run into the house. Because the government said he's going to fight them headlong, and he's doing that. So many bills have been passed by this house since the governor came into office. Bill for security, the bill for protection of government property, the bills that will enhance parks and garden, bills, so many bills that I cannot remember now have been passed by this house. The governor is very hungry for development of this state. There was a day he called me at 11 p.m. at night. He said, Mr. Speaker, where are you? I said, I'm in the house. He said, please come. I got there, we sat down, he said, Mr. Speaker, we want to develop Edo State. I'm hungry. How do we go about it? I said, Excellency, the work is much. You know, most of the roads in Edo State they are now expired. Those roads, they completed in the past 40 years. So people don't even know that road expires. That's why you have a lot of work to do. Even if you are giving 4 tenors, there is no how you can finish the job in Edo State. There's a house we are going to support you to succeed. I thank you all, I thank you, Madam, for you and your team, that you also join the governor to make sure there is soccer in Edo State. On that note, as a house, because the house that I chair is the first arm of government. As a house, as the leader of that house, my majority leader is here, looking at me. By the power conferred on me by my majority leader and my other members, we are going to contribute to you the sum of 15 million naira. So the house is going to contribute to support you, because we said we are going to do it in the three senatorial districts. So 5 million each for every senatorial district. So we connect you through our deputy government. Thank you all for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mama, let me at this point quickly invite to the microphone the secretary to Edo State government. So let us know the number of, because someone mentioned there is no road. He's going to tell you the number of road that has been awarded and is ongoing in Edo State. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Edo State. I will stand on the existing protocol. I'm not going to bore you with details. The time is fast spent, and I know some of us are really tired. I just want to say something about the significance of an occasion like this. I want to state that His Excellency was quite serious about attending this event himself. At the last minute, it wasn't possible, so he sent some of us. Not all of the cabinet is here. In fact, those of us in the cabinet who originally were meant to be here are not more than 3 or 4. But incidentally, the government of Edo State is also flooded by diasporans. So 70% of those who are in our entourage are originally diasporans who are now serving with the state government. The deputy governor himself is leading that pack. He came from here. Announcement.
Quick one, please, before the secretary continues. Please, the lunch is ready, so we want the people to start going to get food because we have less than 1 hour for the kitchen. The president just gave me that information. Please, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Several others are also part, of the diaspora. So we acknowledge the importance of this association, and that is why we are here. We have heard some of the concerns. We had a very lengthy engagement with the community yesterday, and we already have a sample of the concerns of the diaspora. And as a government, we are going to be addressing that. I think that is the much I can say. Like I said, time is fast spent, and we'll have to go for lunch. Thank you very much.
Please, short break. We are coming back here after this. If you want to have the high table program together.
The high table will remain seated while they will bring stuff to the high table, please. Agbabo Visa, the executive governor of Edo State, Senator Montreal, represented by Honorable in the whole band. All of these that were mentioned